after 13 Principles of Building Wealth, Napoleon Hill ends the book in a surprising place. Not with opportunity, not with strategy, not with money. He ends with fear, because fear is the silent destroyer of everything that came before it. The purpose of this final section is clear. Identify the mental barriers to wealth. Hill makes one final and powerful statement. Fear blocks wealth more than lack of skill. You can learn strategy. You can acquire knowledge. You can build plans. But if fear dominates your thinking, it will sabotage your execution. Fear weakens desire. Fear erodes faith. Fear delays decision. Fear interrupts persistence. And it does this quietly. Hill identifies 6 basic fears that operate beneath the surface of most human behavior. They are not always dramatic. They often disguise themselves as caution, practicality, or logic. The first is fear of poverty. This is the most destructive. Fear of poverty causes hesitation. It encourages overcaution. It reduces initiative. It convinces you to protect what little you have instead of building more. When fear of loss dominates your thinking, risk feels dangerous even when it is calculated. Ironically, the fear of poverty often creates the very limitation it tries to prevent. The second is fear of criticism. Many ambitions die because of imagined judgment. Fear of criticism produces self-consciousness. It silences ideas. It causes people to abandon plans before they begin. The need for approval weakens conviction. If you allow outside opinion to dominate your thinking, you will constantly adjust your direction to satisfy others. Conviction weakens. Progress slows. The third is fear of ill health. This fear can drain focus and productivity. Worry consumes mental energy. Anxiety narrows attention. When attention shifts from building to fearing potential problems, momentum declines. The fourth is fear of loss of love. This fear creates insecurity. It produces jealousy and emotional instability. When your emotional stability depends entirely on external reassurance, your concentration weakens. Internal stability strengthens performance. Fear-based attachment weakens clarity. The fifth is fear of old age. This fear whispers that time has passed. It suggests opportunity belongs to others. It encourages regret instead of action. But age does not eliminate opportunity. Belief about age does. The sixth is fear of death. This is universal. But when exaggerated, it can produce excessive caution and limit ambition. Awareness of mortality should create urgency, not paralysis. Hill's deeper insight is that these fears operate through dominance. If fear dominates, your subconscious aligns with defense. If belief dominates, your subconscious aligns with growth. Fear disrupts decision, persistence, faith, and execution. Indecision grows from fear. Doubt strengthens under fear. Procrastination hides inside fear. Fear rarely appears openly. It disguises itself as hesitation. This section forces self-examination. Where are you hesitating? What excuses repeat in your mind? What outcome are you avoiding because it feels uncomfortable? Until fear is identified, it remains powerful. Once named, it weakens. Hill does not suggest eliminating fear completely. He suggests replacing its dominance. Application focus is clear. Identify fear and replace it with dominant, positive emotion. Fear cannot be removed by force. It must be displaced. Desire displaces fear of poverty. Faith displaces doubt. Enthusiasm displaces hesitation. Love displaces jealousy. Purpose displaces insecurity. Dominant emotion determines direction. Earlier chapters explained that the subconscious acts on dominant thoughts. This final section reveals what happens when fear becomes dominant. The battle is internal. Skill is learnable. Knowledge is accessible. Resources can be gathered. But courage must be chosen. Hill ends the book here because everything depends on this final confrontation. Desire means nothing if fear prevents action. Planning means nothing if fear interrupts execution. Persistence collapses when fear feels stronger than purpose. Fear blocks wealth more than lack of skill. The final message is not about money. It is about mental mastery. You must examine your dominant emotion. Is it fear or is it belief? If fear dominates, identify it specifically. If doubt appears, confront it directly. If hesitation grows, replace it intentionally. Wealth begins in thought. Failure also begins in thought. The difference lies in which emotion you allow to lead. This final section closes the circle. Desire defines direction. Faith builds belief. Action builds progress. Fear tests commitment. The individual who replaces fear with conviction reshapes circumstance. And that is the ultimate lesson of the book. Think, decide, act, persist. Replace fear with belief. Everything else follows.